The lesson.
Oh yeah.
You know, you briefly mentioned that you're partially Islander.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about like your cultural background?
Yeah. So I'm a Minjimbu Gujambara man, you know, so that's the, you know, Tweed, Coogin, Kaba area. I grew up here, man, and my nan is South Sea Islander on my dad's side. My mum's got a bit of South Sea Island in her family too. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, like I'm not that connected with you know, knowing where I come from in that sense, if you know what I mean, man. Like just because of the way that I grew up, I guess, you know, like, and the lifestyle, you know, around, I guess, you know, like to connect to your culture and connect to those things, you need to cut off from this lifestyle. You need to go out like on land, you need to go to bush somewhere and disconnect. And I've been connected to this, you know, for that long that I can't even, you know, like I can disconnect, but like that's the thing, it's hard to disconnect when you're in the shit, you know what I mean? Like and I felt like I disconnected through COVID, you know, like, and kind of connected more with myself, you know. I really feel strongly, man, even though like I don't know my identity because of my like because of that loss of knowledge, because of I don't know where my grandparents are actually from and originated from. Like I know for a fact that my nan and pop like were very respected members in this community, you know what I mean? They're from here because they were taken, you know, like before them, like because my family's like, you know, South Sea Islander, they would have got taken, you know, from South Sea Islands, you know, like the cane cutters, and that. So I know for a fact that like they were like big pillars of the community here, you know. They helped out the elders, and my pop was an AEO at the local school, you know, like looking after the Indigenous kids and making sure they're right, and you know, like did big things for them, like community-wise, and took them on surfing trips over to Hawaii and that, like, you know, the surfers and that from around here, and was really there for the kids and stuff, and you know, I watched my nan just look after the community like up until she was like old age, you know, still looking after the aunties and that around, and they were like kind of like my only role models really. Like I knew that I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew I wanted to help people, you know, like I knew I wanted to be there for the community and like just lead, because I feel like we lacked that when I was growing up. I lacked leaders, you know, like, and when you lack leaders, you just got to mess up on your own and kind of learn from your own mistakes. And so that's why you got like a lot of people just running amok around here, because they're just doing this shit on their own, you know, like they're coming up on their own and they're going to have to learn from their mistakes and, you know, like just hit a rough patch and hit bottom before they can come up, you know, on some real shit, you know. Even though I don't know really where I'm from like that, like I feel like I've got to know myself, you know, over these years I've been alive on this earth, you know, like got to better understand like who I am mentally, how I mentally process things, and like, you know, just what I'm doing here. That stuff is like hard to figure out when you're disconnected, you know, and you don't have a place or a purpose. Because yeah, when you don't have that, when you're robbed of that, you know, place, like, you know, us as black fellas, you know, we were robbed of that place first, you know, and eventually had to fight to get it back, you know, like stood up against like injustice and racism and fought just to get our place back, but we still don't have no place here, you know, because we were counted out for so long. And so like, you know, if you want a place, you got to really, really fight for it. But as I've been growing up, I've been realizing like, you know, like I don't want to, you know, like, do I have a place here, you know, and if I fight for it, you know, do I even want it? So like, I don't know, like I've been finding my place in my own kind of understanding, you know. I got a son now, and you know, my role is to be like a good father for him, and, you know, to be a good husband to my wife, and yeah, just lead these kids in the right direction. Because this place around here, even though we got taught culture, it wasn't my culture, you know what I mean? I learned from the New Knuckle mob from North Stradbroke Island. Yeah, they taught me the dances, and they taught us, you know, like how to practice those dances and this and that. But like, just this area, man, like just what we do is just a lot of like drinking and messing around and like, you know, smoking billies and that. Like, it's just like kind of embedded, man. And like, well, it was embedded in my family, bro. Like, you know, like that shit, like I had to move out to escape that, because it was just like, yeah, it's heavy, bro, you know. Like I know I'm not supposed to be there, and I'm supposed to be someone else. So I had to just walk my own journey, you know. But yeah, like I can honestly say, bro, you know, being a dad now, like, you know, I know who I am and I know my place, you know, and I'm just gonna keep listening and learning, you know.
The lesson. JK-47. Oh yeah.